A tier list of all the popular trading indicators that anyone has probably used before. Now, when you comment that I'm a casual, just know I'm right and you're wrong. I made this more than some of you just putting your chart. This could be anything that gets you any sort of conviction to get into a trade. For example, I have like news on here as an indicator. There's gonna be a lot of bad ones on this list. Bollinger bands. The definition of mid. I've only seen one person actually use these and do some sort of a positive job. The only time you put these on your chart, you're trying to take a cool screenshot and post it on something. This is the most botted indicator of all time. Nobody uses that. The reason why it's not D is because unfortunately there's worse ones on this list. Buy and sell algorithms. Stop right now. Everybody when they first get into trading thinks these are so good. There's no coding or algorithm that's going to be able to tell you where price is going to move. News flash. I ain't gonna lie though, it does look cool. Volume bars are A tier. The definition of an A tier indicator. It doesn't do much for you, but it just gives you some good information. It stays out the way. It just be kind of chilling at the bottom of the chart. The definition of an indicator for me is something that's a very small addition to what I use every day. He be like staying out the way, you know what I'm saying? He don't do too much. He's really quiet. One of the most simple, basic things everybody needs to have on their chart. There's no reason why you shouldn't have volume bars on your chart. The VWAP, it's pretty mid. The reason why it's above Bollinger Bands is because I know a decent amount of people that use these and, you know, they do okay. But for me, I just think there's better things out there that we finna get into that just overpower this. Volume weighted average price is it's B. It's B tier. At least this one has some use to it. I will say though, the more you get into trading, the less indicators you use. So it's not a good thing to have all these on your chart. Average true range. You use this, I know you've been on TikTok, bro. The only reason why you use this is if you've been deep on TikTok and you got into some indicator lore, you find out about ATR and you try it out. Look more into it, bro. You're gonna realize, what does it do? It's so dumb. If there was F tier, it would be in F tier. Model yourself after some professionals, like some millionaires, some successful people. That's what I do as well. Name one of them that uses average true range. None. MACD, it's mid. It's ass. It's actually ass. When you're looking at other indicators compared to it, that's why it's in C, just because there's just way better indicators to have on your chart. This is probably the one I'm gonna get the flag for the most, because MACD, some people are like MACD stands. You're a bot, dude. Now VWAP ain't the best, but I would much rather have VWAP over MACD, because you can't, if you use both, if you use both, you need to be locked up, bro. Order blocks, S tier. Now I take this back when I said I only use 2, because technically this is not an indicator. Like I said earlier, I want to have stuff that's just kind of giving you bias or conviction to get into a trade. Order blocks, they're goated. There are some indicators that do track order blocks for you, but they're not really as accurate as you actually just going and charting them out yourself. You guys know I trade supply and demand. This is pretty much a derivative of that. So important to understand and how to use them. About time we found something actually good on this chart. You'll find out really quick that indicators kind of suck. Fair value gaps. I'm gonna put them in B, right? Chill out. There's some crazy SMC fair value gap freaks out there. I'm really sorry. This is one of the better things to look at on your chart and understand how to chart them out and use them. And I understand they do work and they're very good. I'm comparing this to the ones above it, and it's just not as important to me. But this one, more than any of them that is in the lower tiers, is super valid. Taking StephTradez alerts. Now, realistically, I would put this in S tier because I'm him. Realistically, it should be S tier because you know, anybody that takes my alerts is probably like rich as hell. But honestly, this would go in C tier for me. If you're taking alerts from trades, if you have the right analysts and you kind of have a similar trading style to them, you can take alerts and be successful with it. But I would really recommend you start working on building your own strategy and kind of setting yourself up for you know, bigger things in the world. But it's in C because it's still a decent way for beginners to kind of get an understanding, make some money, and then you should do all right, especially if it's StephTradez helping you out. Change of character. Get out of here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's to the point where in this game, a lot of people just make things sound a lot cooler than they are, you know, just to give themselves like, oh, I'm smarter than you. Because we all know now the trading game is just a competitive thing. Everyone wants to be better than everybody else. Change of character is an example of that. It is actually better than the ones in D, but I hate, if someone walks up to me, we talking maybe in the live trading VC, they talk about changing character, bro, I just like automatically, I'm like, all right, bro. We get it, bro. You watch Smart Money Concepts videos. Trading news as an indicator, I'm actually gonna put this high. So hear me out. I'm not talking about actually looking at the news reactions if it's bullish or bearish and taking trades off of it right away. But looking at news and understanding the news reactions of the day and looking at the outcomes, let's say with those on the screen right now, those were all bullish. They probably would never happen that 5 in a row are bullish, but if they're all bullish, I want to look at that before I start trading and be like, all right, my sentiment for the day should be bullish. I should be looking at taking long plays because of the sentiment in the market. Everyone sees that. Everyone notices that, okay, we had a really good day in the news world, and news drives a lot of price action in the market. I should probably look to play with that. So news as an indicator is very, very important. I use it every single day. I'm right. So A tier, duh. RSI, I used to use it. Actually, one of the longer ones that I used and tried to use. It's not bad. It's really not that bad, but it's just mid. It's literally, okay, I said the other one was the most mid of all time, probably the most mid of all time. Very good to kind of have at the bottom of your screen, just kind of use it as like a scenario where if I should be looking to take a trade in this spot or not, but it doesn't really do anything. I took it off my chart and nothing changed at all. But I mean, if you really struggle with identifying if price is overbought or oversold, throw it on your chart. It's not something that's gonna really like mess with your trade. Fib retracements, A tier, bro. Not as much of an indicator as it is, but it's a super good thing to map yourself out, give yourself key price levels. I don't use it every single day, but it's definitely something that's legit and it works. Fibonacci, I would say this gets the Steph stamp of approval for me. I'll get on my knees for some EMAs, boy. Ever since I put my EMAs on my chart, I've never taken them off 4 years later. Such an amazing indicator. Understand where price is moving and kind of key pivot points to catch trends, man. Oh my gosh. EMAs are hands down the best indicator that you put in your chart by far, bro. I literally love my EMAs. I've made so much money off my EMAs. When a trend like this is established and you're just taking trades off the EMAs to the downside, bro, oh my gosh, it's better than my actual strategies, to be honest. When price does move like that, you want to catch retests of it and see continuations down. EMA is literally the goat of it. And most of the time when there's a good trend, like I just showed you, you'll see price just continue off of them over and over again. And it's just like, oh, it's the best trades ever. Anything I would really change about this, I will move fair value gap up. All right, I'm caving. All right, if anything, charting them out, looking at them, being aware of them, it's important. Change of character. I'm sorry, you're C. I should probably not be as mean. MACD though, Bollinger Bands, booty. I'm gonna give volume bars S tier. Do something about it. I dare you. Volume bars was like that dude in high school that just everybody was cool with. No one doesn't like volume bars. VWAP, sorry bro, you're going down. I'll take the hate. Steph alerts gets a bump up to B because it's Steph. You know, he's a demon. He's crazy, right? He's just too good to be in C. They need to put some respect on his name. I cannot wait to get completely burned in the comments, but if you agree or disagree, let me know. But just remember, I'm right and you're wrong. Please subscribe. Subscribe right now, please, so I can feed my family tonight.